Yo, yo, what's up? It's your boy King Jaquell Martin. Welcome back to another episode of Whispering to Your Soul, Intimate Conversations. Listen, I got a special guest for y'all. I am here with the one, the only favorite Clippers fan represented right now in the building. My guy Zeal. Talk to the
My
people, Zeal.
boy, yo, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
It's your boy Zeal. Blessing to be here, man. Thank you for having me on. I'm just, young man, young light-skinned soul singer.
Okay.
I could rap for you, but it's really bigger than the music. It's the mantra, and it's the intention
Okay.
and the spirit. So it's really, I think it's important just connecting to my side of the spectrum, the young people, and especially ones trying to get in the music game.
Okay.
Really making sure that their mind, body, and soul is in the right place, because that's what really curates
Yeah.
the abundance. It's not really going billboard. You could go billboard and still die,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a fact.
So I could have 600 followers and still open for Dougie Fresh KRS-One at a gala,
Yeah.
incognito,
Right.
and it's honest. So it's just, I know that was a
No, you good. You good.
that was a real like a.
Nah, you cool. So check this out. So what you do is
Yeah.
you do music, right?
I make music, yes sir.
All right, that's dope. So let me ask you a question. What do you want your legacy to be?
Man, it's so funny. My legacy. I think it's kind of like it's nuanced.
Okay.
The thing is it's like ever evolving. As I'm growing into the music, my legacy is like one day it's this and then one day it's that. But I think definitely it's kind of like I want to be irreplaceable.
Okay.
I want it to be where when I got my own sons and daughters and my wife, and then I transition beyond, it's like the same way we hear Off the Wall and Thriller and, Love is Stronger Than Pride by Sade and just all the icons. It's
Yeah,
like
you want some classic stuff.
classics.
Yeah.
Classics.
Okay.
And then also the legacies, I kind of want to shift the perception from artist or quote unquote rapper to humanitarian.
Okay.
Shifting
Like
that,
that.
to where it's like, cause like Kendrick Lamar, right?
Shout out to Kendrick too, by the way. Shout out to
Man,
Kendrick.
thank you for realigning the spirit of the music game, Kendrick.
Yeah, you right here.
Kendrick, we see you, bro.
Yeah.
We see you on all, like, I'm not gonna say, but anyways. Kendrick Lamar saved my life several times.
Dope.
Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly. I say, sing about me, I'm down to thirst.
Mhm.
There was many times I was close to, you know, just not being here. And Lamar K. He's already a humanitarian
Yeah.
in my eyes, but we are in this, matrix or reality or a society that wants to, because to the consumers, it's a normality. Oh, he's a rapper. He's a black man. But there's a higher systemic infiltration to put these limitations on what's really the true essence of art,
Right.
and it's in service to humanity. And so I want to have that same ability to touch someone's spirit,
Right.
touch someone's heart, open their eyes to their true spirituality, and but still be enjoyable.
Mhm.
It's still like a good song, euphoric, nostalgic. So yeah, I think irreplaceable legacy and shifting my generation's perception of music to from rapper to a humanitarian.
I love that because I know a lot of artists make music for different reasons. Sometimes you have artists sing about a lifestyle that they don't live, but they sing about the lifestyle because singing about that type of lifestyle gets them the bag. Let's just say it like that, right? And sometimes they sing a lot of poison to our children, and then I think what people have a misconception about or really don't understand is songs can be spells too, right? And
Man.
songs have their certain frequency, and songs have
Yes.
messages right now. And I feel like when you repeat the message over and over again,
Oh yeah.
there's power in the hook. There's power
Oh,
in
yeah.
repetition that a lot of people don't understand, right?
Exactly.
So it's nice to see artists that do want to do something positive. And a lot of times you have positive artists that don't get the same love or opportunity
Yes.
as artists that sing about negative things.
Exactly. And you
No,
go.
no, 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 you're fine.
So that's the thing. It's a code. It's a frequency. It's a, we say spelling, right? You cut off ing from spelling. It's a spell.
Yep.
Even in my day to day, when I say certain things, my frequency, my spirit, God, and I are one in this dimension. So when I say like, I'm gonna effing crash out, that's not how I wake up in the morning. I say that maybe a couple times, and my whole energy, and that's the thing, it's poison, bro. And nowadays, the frequency and the mantra and the motion is, I'm going to kill a human. I'm going to turn this young innocent woman out, and I have a gun on my waist, and this is pushing P. This is fly. This is trill, to kill you and turn a young woman out. That's cool. I got 3 sisters and a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand how much that hurts me as a young man with morals that actually can be in tune to the divine feminine nature. And we are in a very, I can't say too much, but we're in a time of,
We're in a nice spiritual battle.
yeah,
I can say it.
he could say it. I'm a light skin.
Yeah. We're in the middle of a spiritual battle, a spiritual warfare that's going on.
Yeah.
And everyone's allowed to believe what they want to believe. I'm not trying to push my agenda on anyone. Just from my perspective, which doesn't have to be universal, I believe it's bigger than just flesh. I believe there's a spiritual battle going on, and we have to pay attention to words. Biblically speaking, they say there's life and death in the power of the tongue, right?
That's right.
So if that's true, then what we speak are words. But we don't only speak words, we speak letters. Letters make up words. Words make up sentences. Sentences make up paragraphs. Paragraphs make up songs, movies, dances, all different type of things, right? But the elephant in the room is who's controlling the narrative.
That's right.
See, you can repeat things, but if you don't know who's actually controlling the narrative of what you're actually saying, then you can become your biggest enemy.
There you go. So that's the thing. I've been, man, like just recently coming to the Lord, and the thing is, people think it's like this white man. Okay, first of all, Stephanie, go get Starbucks, relax. You're not. The thing about spirituality is, first of all, any spiritual man you tap into is on earth. There is multiple dimensions on earth. Now, me, since 17, I've been multidimensional. I've experienced things spiritually that were tied to, we will give you abundance and millions if you ABC, and then physically, crystals activating, labradorite, amethyst, and third eye meditations, and astral, and all this. The thing about it is intuition, and it's like when you see an angel number like 222 or 555, right? For me, it's like, spiritually, my spirit's like, oh, it makes you like jump, and it's like, oh damn, I'm about to, and the mantra and subconscious affirmation to that is, I'm gonna receive, I'm gonna more, right? With I tell my homies like Yeshua or Christ, he's kind of like a Uber X to just sit alone with God. Like Christ, just tapping in with His Spirit, that will allow you to, because God is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
God is looking at this like astral plane, and He has to observe that. But sometimes God is in an Airbnb by Himself. Just like, damn, I wish these, I wish they would just tap in. So I went from I'm receiving to God saying to me alone, did you give thanks for the blessing of today? Do you have humility? Do you have grace? Are you compassionate? So instead of intuition, I would say I'm in tune.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, right? Because we talked about your legacy. We talked about the type of music that you want to put out into the world and the impact that you want your music to make. What advice would you give your younger self?
It's funny, I got asked the same thing with the KR Gala. Younger self, I mean, I don't got a dad. He's here, he's transitioning, he got stage 5 Alzheimer's. And when my mom got the custody, we were surviving homelessness and sleeping at the Come On In Motel on a queen size bed with 6 people. And
Yeah. It's all good. Take your time, man. Because I've been there.
I've attempted suicide several times.
Mm-hmm.
I've overdosed. Just last year, I was homeless in Long Beach with Insanes. Got jumped, seen a clip, almost died, sleeping in a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks before that, I was watching Toy Story with Baby Tora and my mom with popcorn and cookies. And 3 weeks later, I'm damn near dying. So to myself, my young self, it's like, some things are beyond English. I think I would really just want to give him a hug. Transfer some love and nurturing energy. And what I will, to answer your question directly, I'll say, you will always be guided and protected by God, your angels, and I promise you, everything that's in your heart and your mind and your spirit, it's going to come to fruition. And chaos is not going to stop your provision.
Love that. I will say, I'm happy you're still here. And the biggest gift that I could give you right now is I would love for you to understand that one moment doesn't get to define your life. You do. See, those were just moments. But in those moments, you are unbreakable because you're still here taking your next breath. So obviously, God still has a plan for you, and He's not done with you because you're still here. There are a lot of people that wish they were alive to have your type of problems. But the fact that you're still here, what will you do with that gift? And that's up to you. But I want to tell you something, bro. There's this word called forgiveness. And I'm going to look into the camera for this one. A lot of people have a misconception about forgiveness. A lot of people think forgiveness is a weakness. But the truth is, forgiveness is a superpower. Because when you're able to forgive yourself, you're able to heal. When you're able to forgive yourself, you're able to understand what you went through. See, there's something beautiful about being in the dark place. Sometimes you have to be in the dark place in order to actually really see you. See, our biggest growth comes from when we go through something. When we're winning, when we're on top, it's dope, it's cool, it feels good, right? But it's limiting. But sometimes when you're going through something, it's preparing you for what's in front of you. And everything that you've been through was preparation so that way you can share your testimony with someone else. So we were speaking earlier and you were telling me how you work with kids, right? Do you know how many kids you're able to speak to differently than everyone else because your experiences is different? And now you get to be the lighthouse for all those young men who might have felt the same thing that you felt, or might be in the same place.
It's just, sometimes I just feel like,
here's an example. Eminem. Remember when Eminem first came out?
of course,
And Eminem was saying all that crazy stuff about his problems that he was going through in life. And then all of a sudden, Eminem became this new phenomenon because he spoke on things about himself that was in his closet, not knowing that there were so many other people that feel the same way.
yeah, it's more so, and I'm gonna say something, just kind of wanna get it out there, right? So, you know, it's I'm around a lot of light beings, and sometimes it's like I don't usually feel envious of others, but when I see like a man and woman that are really like committed to each other, she gives that divine nurturing space. It's like sometimes I don't want to be a star or a mentor. Like sometimes I just want to lay down and watch Disney movies and cuddle with my wife or woman, but I don't, that's not in my life right now. And everyone that I speak to about this, they're just talking about divine flow and alignment, and this isn't for you right now. And it's like, it feels like I don't want to touch a mill or go billboard before I got a queen beside me. And it's a lot of pressure on me, you know, and
Okay.
I'm not really much of a Instagram number media. Like I speak to God about my future and my plans, and what I'm doing in real life is just a lot of people relying on me for spiritual guidance and access to the game, and I wish that, honestly, bro, I've been sustaining myself for over 2 decades. I want to normalize, just for my own reality, like, and maybe someone, an artist or a human can relate, normalize desiring something from a partner, whether you're in divine synchronicity. I just want to be able to have the space to say, as a man, I would like a girlfriend. I don't want to be told to ascend and raise my vibration and realign my physical reality just off a natural instinct, or as a man, to be connected to a woman.
So you want connection with someone else, right? That's what you're speaking about. How's your connection with you? You can't be disconnected within yourself and then want to connect with somebody else.
I'm always improving.
Yeah, work in progress, right? Because the first love has to be.
Of course, myself. I love myself.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, my mentor, Salam McConan.
Big shout out to you.
Big shout out to Salam McConan, greatest painter of all time, incognito. But you know, it's she's the one that brought me to New Earth, the nonprofit, in 2022, or HG. Anyways, you know, she told me some people have spiritual awakening. I'm having practical awakening.
Okay.
But the thing is, I already pour into women in my life now, several, that I really do love and value and honor. And sometimes there's an intimate space or, you know, deeply spiritual intimacy, but of course, there is some building on my part. I think, just like my day one from high school, Justin, I've been going through some things in Hollywood, and everyone again was on the realignment, and he just said to me, like, Da Vinci's my high school, by the way, I went to. He just told me, like, yeah, that sucks, and we left it right there, and that was refreshing, to just be like, oh yeah, that sucks. So that's the same energy in terms of I would like a girlfriend, or a partner, or, you know, something secure. It's like, of course I'm gonna grow. Of course, I'm going to learn myself. I just kind of want to be able to have my own ideas about my future without someone telling me, Ashe, meditate on it, pray. Like, okay, yeah, meditate, but
Well, they say faith without work is dead.
I work, bro.
Yeah,
I have work.
I understand that.
I'm
No, I'm
beyond.
talking about when they just say the Ashe part. Okay, I hear you. That's cool. But that happened. So
Yeah,
I understand that you want it now. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with wanting something now. But everything has a season. Like, I would love for it to be summer right now.
it's, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would love for it to be summer right now.
I mean, I like the cold, but you see the fur, like.
But my point of it is everything has its season and everything has its time. And sometimes in life we can want something so bad that we rush it, and then we get what we actually wanted. It's not even what we really wanted in the moment. Not saying girlfriend, period. I'm just saying principle wise. Sometimes we can rush what we want and mess up the blessing of what it is. So it's one thing to have a girlfriend. It's another thing just to find the quality that you want with your partner. You feel me?
The thing is, these women manifesting in my life are already in alignment to my vision.
Okay.
It's not trying to be defiant to your perception. It's just
Not at all.
It's I can sense that in this season it's coming and it's near. There is still though a lot of foundations for myself. I can acknowledge that. You know, certain monetary, financial goals and career goals that need to be elevated. I don't want to put too much weight. We should definitely continue in flow of convo about it.
Yeah, you're good.
It's just, yeah, you got
So let me see. My next question for you, right?
Yeah.
What's something that you had to unlearn as a kid, right? In order to push you into the direction that you're going right now.
Abuse and trauma isn't normal. Well, no, so unlearn. What I unlearned, so what I was taught or shown, abuse is normality. What I had to unlearn is I will never allow anyone for the rest of my life to abuse me without never seeing me again. Ever.
It's dope.
Facts.
I think sometimes, like, we grew up with slavery, right?
Well, not our origins.
Hear me out.
Okay.
I'm talking about as black people in America, slavery. And master used to beat the slaves in order to straighten them out.
Absolutely.
And I feel like we've taken that and then we've passed that down into disciplining our kids. If they don't act right, we gotta whoop them. We gotta do this. When there's so many other alternate things that we can do. So we've kind of normalized abuse.
Yeah.
Abuse has become the new normal when it's not. Even in the toxicity of relationships, you have a lot of trauma bonding. You have a lot of people that haven't healed coming together, right?
Yes, definitely.
And in the relationship, how we argue, I'm not saying arguments won't happen, but how we argue, we take a lot of trauma from our childhood and the abuse from our childhood, and then we put that into the argument. As if it's the person who's doing it to us, we take it out on the person that's in front of us, whether it's family, friends, or whatever else.
Yeah.
So in the abuse and trauma, we use that in the solving of problems, or we use that in the communication.
Certainly.
Until you find a situation, right,
Certainly.
where this person doesn't have the same type of traumas that you have.
Right.
And we're so comfortable in the trauma that a person who's not being toxic is almost unfamiliar. And it's like, yo, what's wrong with you?
Exactly.
And it's like, no, there's nothing wrong with me. There's some healing that we still have to work on. And healing doesn't just stop saying, you know what, I'm healed, I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, healing is a journey because you have different things that can trigger, that can bring up old memories that could set you back, which is okay. I'm just saying you have to continue to learn and grow from
Yes, sir.
your traumas and your healing.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So I feel like that's something that we could do better. Like even with my little dude, right? I'm like, I'm not gonna whoop him.
Your son.
Yeah.
What's his name?
King.
Kane the second.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna whoop you.
Right.
I'd rather make you exercise. I'd rather take your games away.
Yeah.
I'd rather you not be able to do the things that you want to do to be able to learn, but I don't have to beat you to make you fear me, because then I'm no different than the person who used to oppress us from back in the day. So in my growth and understanding of getting better, there are things that I need to be able to do better in order not to continue passing on that generational curse. It's one thing to talk about the curse. It's another thing to actually do something differently so you don't keep passing the curse on.
No lies, telling. And you've heard of redlining, of course, right?
Of course.
From the early, 50s onward and so.
Of course.
What
Black codes, red
Yeah,
lines.
so what I'll say to you is, it's a white woman from a young age. No stain on Stephanie, she probably chill, but Stephanie grows up in a mansion in Manhattan Beach, right? Her dad is a real estate lawyer, multi-millionaire. Her mom also has means, and she's birthed into this matrix, this reality of love, nurturing, guidance, protection, infinite abundance. And then it's my niggas on Hundreds and Broadway and Fig. And their reality is murder, death, rape, prostitution, cocaine infiltration for 30 years. And this is also considered normality. What people don't understand is this was intentionally orchestrated.
Of course.
Now, I can't really drop names. I've studied the game as to what happens when you're on a platform and you say what's... I'll just say, we are also being intentionally placed into environments because of our spirit, our aura, our energy, our light, our kindness and our grace, the way we love and hold down our people. It has to be totally stripped for USA to continue. If we were not in the trenches, we would be in Wakanda. So they need us to be minorities. They need us to be victims, to be Crips, Pyru, Grape Street, Turf surfing. They need a social, political, economical, financial, spiritual, infiltrated attack just for their peace of mind as a country.
Of course, but here's the thing. We still have control over what we choose and how we want to move. And what I mean by that is, right, we've been through a lot as a people. We done been through a lot, even myself. You know, I was wrongfully assaulted by the police in my military uniform. You know, they didn't just assault me, they assaulted my ex in front of me, handcuffed, beaten while wearing the uniform. Now, I can allow that to define my life, or I could take that pain and let it motivate me like I've never been motivated before. So then I'll never be in that position again to the best of my abilities. And create the changes that I see fit instead of allowing someone else to dictate who I am or what I do.
Most definitely.
So now you see the results of this. I went from wrongfully facing 10 years in jail for the color of my skin to becoming an award-winning actor, an award-winning director, having a book out right now. Shout out to my book, A War on Friendly Grounds. You can get that on Amazon, A War on Friendly Grounds. To taking A War on Friendly Grounds, shout out to John Leslie, Les Brown's son, who wrote the foreword to my book. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. From taking that book to turning that book into an award-winning short film.
Yes, sir.
So it was horrible what I went through. But now that I look at it differently, it was a horrible blessing because I didn't let it define me. I didn't let it break me. I didn't let it stop me. And I will never let it stop me, ever. Because that one moment doesn't get to define me.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
I'm never going to relinquish my power to someone else, what they think, their thoughts, how they feel, how they judge, what they say. Because at the end of the day, I have free will over me. And in my free will, I will use that to empower, to become a better version of myself. And my goal is no competition with anyone else. My goal is to be better than who I was yesterday.
Right.
And as long as I'm moving in that energy, I'm good because I personally believe, just me, that God and fear can't exist in the same space. If I believe the way I say I believe, then my faith is going to get tested. Storms are going to come. But it's scientifically proven you can't tell me one storm that lasts forever.
Exactly.
So if I can endure the storm, my rainbow's waiting on me.
That's right.
And the fact that I know that I got a rainbow waiting for me is my motivation to keep going.
That's right.
The fact that I want to be able to be an example for my boys, then that's the motivation to be able to keep it going.
Most definitely.
So I will never allow someone else to stop me from becoming what I'm supposed to become, because the only person that can stop me from me becoming who I'm supposed to be is me.
Could I honor and give grace to your perspective and in exchange mine as well?
Yeah, of course.
So to honor your perspective, that is ultimately the camera. But he just said that's key to life. That's key to lifetimes. That's the key to life, is the willpower to observe reality, shift perception, elevate, and create a new one. That is the goal. And never let environments, traumas, pain, circumstance to stop your light and God's preordained destiny. That's true stuff to you, but that's most definitely facts. What I'll say as a young black man living on Broadway and 104 right by Fig, some of them niggas outside of me and Laid on 109, some of them niggas, or I'm not gonna say that word, my auntie told me not to say. Some of those human beings, those melanated light beings, they will never meet a King or a Zeal. They're gonna meet gang members. And sometimes when only thing around you is murder and death, some people know, sometimes a King or a Zeal to be like, yo, many of my soldiers lost, never got to meet me, or you. So I want to just give acknowledgement and grace and sympathize and empathize. We could always elevate, but we also
100%.
should sympathize to how traumatizing and intense the redlining systemic infiltration has been on our people as well.
1,000%, bro. Like, when I talk to America, I will let America know I am more than an amendment. I'm more than 3/5. Well, what do you mean by that? If I come to your crib and I say, can I use your bathroom? You'll be like, cool, you can use my bathroom. Hey, can I get something to eat? Cool. You let me get something to eat. But the day that I piss you off, I don't have those rights anymore, right?
Right.
Well, that's kind of how America works.
Exactly.
Because they make amendments, but the amendments have loopholes. And it's crazy how two people in the same state can do the same crime and one get a maximum sentence and the other person get a counseling.
No cap.
But America isn't just America. America is a business. It's not just one country.
Millions off prison.
You feel me? Like, and the reason why I say that is because each state has its own different rules. But if we're united, wouldn't everybody have the same rules
Exactly.
across the board? But it's not set up that way.
Yeah.
Cool. And you're right. I haven't met everybody in the world yet. That's 100%. But that's my point of the channel right now. To get out this content for all the people that I've never met.
That's right.
All the people who might not meet me in person might be able to see me one day on the cell phone or hear somebody talking about a platform like this.
That's right.
And for me, I don't care if you're the biggest celebrity in the world or you're homeless. At the end of the day, you're still a human being, and your story has value. You are important. You are loved. You are a person, and you are worthy. I don't care what your trauma is. I don't care what you've been through. You are still amazing because at the end of the day, whether you rich or you sleeping on the ground, there's still not another person like you.
And God chose you as well. God chose you to be here to live your life. And you are blessed beyond perception, beyond limitation. And everything that's resulting in your life, I'm telling you, in your eyes, I could have died last year. I tried to hang myself. You are worthy. Young man, young woman, young black man, black woman, culture, all of humanity. If you are going through something, you will prosper. And this is, you could be atheist, you could be agnostic. It's, you, regardless of what you type, are blessed and divinely guided and protected. And you know, I'm gonna start my CEO, HG, truce it up, besties with Barack Obama. Casual, like FaceTime Obama. So that's down the line. But essentially, I'm gonna start a new, I don't like to call it hotline because the frequency of that. But essentially a resource, I'm gonna call it 511. And I want it to be accessible to where when you call 511, if you want to talk to me, let's get an appointment. But let's say you see a nigga homeless on the street, he got blood coming out his mouth. You call 511, instead of a siren coming, it's people like you and I. And instead of a siren coming, it's healing sounds. That we got a warm meal for them. We got warm water for them. We got new clothes. We got a place to take them with a shower, a place to rest. Because the thing is, the government sets it up. So like, if you have a widespread margin, political or not, to invest in food stamps and general relief, SSI, you could also shift those finances into a 511 service to where.
Well, we're going to protect the intellectual property. We ain't going to give them too much. We're going to protect the intellectual property because somebody try to take that, but that's still beautiful to want to be able to help.
I'll just put myself on blast.
Nah, you good. We're going to protect the intellectual property.
No,
Don't
I should have not. Damn,
You're good. You're good. Don't worry. We're good.
No,
because what's meant for you, what's meant for you can't be taken from you. What's meant for you can't be taken from you. So this is what I'll tell you like this, right?
Oh, no. All right.
When it comes to your music or whatever else, where can people find it?
This is so, you know, right now, this is so, my inner child is like embarrassed, but you know.
Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about.
I have some, you know, we call it leaks in Gen Z time. So like, I got leaks on YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram. Cool. But you know, Spotify.
Give them the links. Tell them where they can find
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram. My artist name is Zeal, Zeal, DNA, Zeal DNA. You type in on YouTube Zeal. I also got a link in my bio for all of my platforms. And right now, just join the shadow. If you trying to push in the game, and Tuesday Sound told me this, my day one from ATL, you need to be mixed and mastered professionally. So I'm very close to that. But once, you know, January time, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Shazam, Zeal.
Cool. Dope. Make sure y'all support my brother. Check him out on Zeal. Check him out on his Instagram. You know what I mean? If you got any words of wisdom or if you just want some words of wisdom from him, respectfully be in the DMs respectfully. You feel me? It's all about respect and love.
Always.
If you have any last words for any upcoming artists, what would you tell them?
You know, Jay-Z said at a conference at a college when he went from bald head Brooklyn to the freeform locks, but he said it's a certain knowing to your music when you're an artist. It's a certain knowing, but the energy behind that interview and his perception and this whole everything that's getting casted out, it's like people not really able to really grasp that. So what I'll say to up and coming is, your reliance and perception and knowing should be coming from God, your spirit, your talent, and your own self-love should be, like, social media, I delete Instagram 3 times a week. Like, if you try, it's just gonna be real. If you're looking at followers and streams and likes, it's like,
All the analytics.
you are gonna be listening to Marvin's Room in the club. You're not gonna be like, Take Care is so far gone. If you wanna be like Nothing Was the Same, you gotta stay in your lane 405 in the divine. You gotta know with God, like, yeah, I'm the one. So I was up and coming, just trust yourself, and also you have to be God's speed. You gotta go slow as an incense, slow as your being. Like, that wasn't disrespect to anybody.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm just kind of a nigga, but so yeah, take it. Like, give grace to the process. And
Wait, hold on. Time out. 15-yard penalty. Flag on the play. You just said give what?
grace to the process.
So I gotta get him, y'all. I gotta get him. I ain't even gotta say it. He knew what I was about to go back to. He set himself up for that. You feel me? He set God.
Oh man!
He set himself up. I knew it was gonna happen.
Man.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Okay.
No.
No, yeah.
What did you say? Say it again.
Yeah, I confess. I did.
You gotta practice what you preach. Because earlier he was like, "I want it right now. I want it right now." But then he gonna tell y'all, you gotta give grace to the process. Oh really?
Yo, man. Hey, on Taylor Swift, bro.
Got him,
Coach.
Yeah.
Listen, Denzel, Training Day, ass nigga. So, look, bro. You got me. Just a little bit, bro. Cause the thing is, bro, like, you got me cheesing, but I'm holding in my.
Hey, at the end of the day, what Zeal was saying though, y'all just want to be original, bro. Know that whatever you want to make, really from your spirit, is really like that. And
really
you be
like
the wave
that.
instead of following somebody else's
really
wave.
like
Instead of being on somebody else's trend. Les Brown says the richest place is the graveyard from all the unborn ideas.
Come on now.
So don't die a copy when you were made original. Trust yourself. Trust the process.
Trust it.
You feel me? One last shout out to everybody, Zeal.
Yo, it's your boy Zeal, Light Bright DNA, Zeal DNA, spiritual guru, in the club, still sipping rosé. So,
Talk your talk.
thank you for having me.
And y'all know how I end the show. If you died today, would you get an A+ on Life's report card? And only you know the answer to that question. But if not, and you're blessed to see tomorrow, you better live like it's extra credit. Because tomorrow not promised. We're all 6 degrees of separation from loving each other, but we choose to be addicted to poison. And every day, Zeal, that you wake up, it's an opportunity to change your future. But it's a closer day to your grave. So what are you waiting for? You should be great with every breath you take. Because it could be your last. Yo, I'm King Jaquell Martin. This is our show, Whispering to Your Soul, Intimate Conversation Podcast. You can find me at King Jaquell Martin, or you can find me at Whispering to Your Soul, hashtag W2YS. We the best. You hear me? That part. You dig? That's our show.
You know something. I'm gonna show you the 2 slime, 2-way. Look, so 1, 2 here. Slide in.
Yeah.
Slide out.
Yeah.
Up. Right.
All right.
Snap.
All right, let's do it again. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on them.
It was smooth.
That was a little, but I gotta get this.